to see you. Good to see you, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. I'm having a good time tonight. We're gonna do some lip syncs. No, we're gonna do some pretty interesting stuff. We're gonna skip through all the crap that everybody probably doesn't care about. See if we've got anything good happening on this thing tonight. You know, the bigger night is Thursday. That's gonna be the big night. So, don't you guys stress it none at all, because it's gonna be beautiful. All right, let's get this thing pulled up. What the heck is happening? Present share my screen so you guys can watch it and we can make fun of these fools. There we go. We'll full screen this thing because, well, that's what we do. Hooray. Right, here we go. Hey, Aaron. All right. Bad lip sync time. Hi, my name's Bob. I'm a lumberjack. On the weekends, I like to chop wood. And more importantly, I like to, dance, in the pale moonlight, usually in a pair of boxer briefs and, in my combat boots, because it makes me feel special.
America has always been a place where the promise of tomorrow is brighter than the trials of today. But for young Americans, that future is diminishing as quickly as, well, Biden's cognitive ability.
Is that bad?
In 2 years, America will celebrate her 250th birthday.
Oh, you get to hang out
with
us.
For Americans celebrating their 25th birthday now, they see a future where their dreams are increasingly out of reach.
Fun.
The rising cost of education keeps us in debt. The rising price of groceries and fuel keeps us living one paycheck to the next.
Things we already know.
The rising cost of childcare keeps us from starting our own families, and the rising cost of rent keeps us from owning our own home.
I'm sure there's a lot of ladies out there that want to start a family with him.
That life can be better. That our lives can be more than making ends meet. Because it was better under Donald Trump.
See, they're all sweating over there.
Making America great again means making groceries and gas affordable again, making education an investment and not a burden again, and making home ownership possible again. We just celebrated our Independence Day, where we were reminded that our founders did not promise us happiness, but the right to pursue it. The Biden-Harris economy has taken that all away from us.
That's true.
And this election, the young Republicans will be fighting to make the economy great again.
Well, he's part of the young Republicans. That's what it is.
We will help to throw Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and their legacies into the trash heap of history, and we will elect Donald Trump, a man whom grace and grit have saved for our time. And Senator J.D. Vance,
you just pooped.
The first young Republican.
Good to see you, us lady.
The first young Republican who will be elected vice president of these United States in almost 70 years. And together, we will restore the American dream for young Americans. I owe it to my children, just as we all owe it to our future to make America great again. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of the Republican Jewish Coalition, Mr. Matt Brooks.
Hello, Milwaukee! Let me hear you cheer if you support Israel. Let me hear you cheer if you support Israel. Now, if someone tried that at the Democrats' convention, they'd be booed off the stage. But here at the Republican convention, we proudly and loudly stand with Israel.
Yeah. Brooks is awesome.
This election is a critical moment for the American Jewish community and for Israel. This is our chance to continue the incredible pro-Israel legacy of the most pro-Israel president in history, Donald J. Trump.
Okay.
President Trump, among his many accomplishments, many of which they said couldn't be done, but he did it. He moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
They said it couldn't be done, but he weakened the Iranian regime. They said it couldn't be done, but he delivered the historic Abraham Accords, bringing us closer to peace in the Middle East.
You guys like the bad lip sync?
With President Trump, we will repair and rebuild the U.S.-Israel relationship that has deteriorated after 4 disastrous years under President Biden. Now, today, 9 months after the historic Hamas attacks, shockingly, President Biden is still withholding critical arms that Israel needs to defend itself. Boo. America must stand with Israel and against the terrorists, especially Iran. We must stand with the Israeli people. Now, my message here today to the Jewish community is clear. There is only one pro-Israel party, and it's the Republican Party. And here at home, under Donald Trump, we will put a stop to the rising tide of anti-Semitism. President Trump will bring back law and order so that American Jews can once again wear a kippah and walk the streets without fear.
Hilarious. He's got a
President Trump will
kippah.
stop the mobs on the college campuses so Jewish students feel safe when they go to class. The Jewish community is ready to help elect Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. The Jewish vote continues to increase for Republicans year after year, and I promise you 2024 will be no different. So let me ask all of you, who will best stand up to the Hamas sympathizers and the squad? Donald Trump! Who will best stand with Israel? Donald Trump! Who will make sure Jews feel safe and secure? Thank you, RNC, for the opportunity to speak today, and thank you, President Trump, for your commitment to elevating Jewish American voices. Together, unified, we will win. Am Yisrael High!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former White House Chief of Staff to Donald J. Trump, Reince Priebus.
It's Priebus, huh? Huh.
As a longtime Badger, let me say, welcome to Wisconsin. Partners throughout the city of Milwaukee and state of Wisconsin have been preparing behind the scenes for over 2 years to make this convention a reality. I couldn't be more appreciative of everyone who helped make this happen. Milwaukee is a world-class
How you doing,
city,
brother?
and
Good to see you, man.
Wisconsinites are some of the kindest people
Having a
you'll
good
ever
day?
meet.
Hope so.
While you're here, make sure you experience the beautiful beaches of Lake Michigan. Order a basket of cheese curds, please.
Oh,
And I know you're all going to have a few beers while you're here, right?
no.
As the
No.
former chair of the Wisconsin GOP and
You got that-
chair
you got
of the
that
Republican National Committee,
bland,
I know
like,
firsthand
really
that
weak
Wisconsin
beer
is
there.
the nation's premier battleground state. There's no better place to hold the
Guess we'll be
GOP
drinking
convention
Bud Light.
than right here in Wisconsin. And in November, you'll see Wisconsin stand with Donald Trump, and
Hey,
we
Wesley,
will help send
this-
him.
Never seen this guy talk. He always does magic with that other guy and
I want
says
to
nothing.
say and begin by saying my prayers are with the victims of the
Dude,
shooting in
talk
Pennsylvania,
about beaches and
and our
beers.
prayers are with President Trump.
Hey, little
As
beaches,
White
little
House Chief
beers.
of Staff, I saw him right the ship after 8 years of Democrat failed policies, and I'm confident he'll do it again once more.
He is a yes
man, Democrat failures of the last 4 years have left many Americans feeling
Yes, I do what you
hopeless,
say.
unheard, and hurting. But when Donald Trump
Wisconsin,
tells you
as
what
we say
he'll
in the
do on the
greater
campaign
Cincinnati
trail,
area,
well, look out, because he
Wisconsin.
will deliver when he walks into that Oval Office. Let's remember, while president, he decided to drill, baby, drill. He shut down the border. He confronted China head on, made Europe pitch in on NATO, lowered taxes, put conservatives on the Supreme Court, and he defeated ISIS. Republicans can turn the tide in the United States and make America great again. We together here, the Wisconsin GOP,
All right. Stop
we can
playing
make
lip service
Wisconsin
here.
red again in
You're not getting
2024
these people
and send
excited.
Donald Trump back to the White House. Let's stand united as Republicans. Let's stand united as Americans. Let's make America one again.
I'm just gonna lip sync over him because he ain't got anything better to say. He just goes babble babble. I like to dance on you know the smell of my funk. Yeah, he's annoying. Hey, just on. What is up? Oh, we can't do that. We can't be having no music there. Ain't gonna get in no trouble. We'll see if we can get past that one there and see if there's somebody new that we can make fun of here.
All of you to not only Milwaukee, but also to an area of the state that is part of the homeland of the Potawatomi people. Milwaukee is a particularly special place for Potawatomi. It was once home to several Potawatomi villages, including a village close to where we sit today. Our ancestors occupied these lands for hundreds of years, fishing area rivers and lakes, hunting the land, tapping maple tree groves for sugar, and harvesting crops in fields each fall. The Potawatomi connection to Milwaukee continues. Today, our tribe is part of what makes Milwaukee a great place to live and work. And while we are best known for entertainment and tourism, our tribe is also a part of the fabric of this community through our construction, technology, and real estate business ventures, and the charitable work our foundation does with community nonprofits.
I like that.
Thank you.
These may be low-hanging fruit, but this guy's
Are
pretty
just
cool.
one of 11 tribes in Wisconsin and one of 574 in the United States. Even though each tribe is unique with their own histories, cultures, and distinct challenges and opportunities, the tribes still share many
At least they're not
commonalities,
killing each other
especially
anymore. That's
a
good
desire
then.
and need to keep our people safe. And right now, Native people are facing real threats to ensure our safety. The growing use and abuse of illegal drugs are claiming countless lives on reservations across this country. And Native American women and girls continue to be exploited, trafficked, and subjected to violence at reprehensible levels. So tonight's theme, Make America Safe Again,
Let's be real,
is
it's a casino.
important for us.
What's up, Paul? Hey, do you want to come in here? We're just screwing around. I'm listening to this and probably going to do some weird stuff later if you're interested. It's I'm just like I said, I'm just messing around now, getting sort of caught up. Maybe
I
play
look
some
forward to working
newer
with everyone here
stuff later
to
on
make
here.
America safe again.
I like this guy.
To help us
Mitt
preserve,
Romney.
protect, and enhance our future generations. Miigwech and God bless America.
Man, that guy's pretty damn awesome. That's pretty damn awesome. So let's see what we got here. We got that one. Oh, there's Carrie Lake. Let's go back a little bit here. Yeah, let's listen to what Carrie Lake has to say. We'll see if anybody. This guy looks he looks like an actor is what he looks like. But got Carrie Lake coming up after that. So let me mute it so we can see if he comes out. Yeah, they're playing music right now. See, you got my my message earlier. Those I've actually ordered those. I want to give them a try and see how they work. Because I'm sick of wearing these things. Ooh, weird stuff. You're intrigued? Well, hell yeah. Kinds of weird stuff happening today. I'm making fun. We did some bad lip syncs and just waiting for Carrie Lake to come out. Where in the hell are you? Damn it. I know you're here somewhere. There it is. Jeez. About stupid. There you go. Dude looked like Bob Barker and Schwarzenegger had a kid. That is a possibility. Never know. There are some weird ones out in California. We got some. You did? You already ordered some earphones by the time you saw that? Oh. Well, the cool part is the wireless ones will work with that. The little wireless box they plug into it, so you can just use the little thing and you just plug in. And away you go. They were pretty damn awesome. I'm gonna give them a try. And I'll still have these, but man, I'm just done. Just done with those with having the earmuffs on. And today found an old pair that I have worked fantastic. Turns out your PC has Bluetooth. Ah, nice. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, mine does too. I mean, I could use my earbuds, except I haven't synced them up with it. I just they don't work as well. Then they want to use my microphone, and I'm just need to get something that works good. Optimus Prime gave his life. The real reason for Prime Day. Lest we forget. Lest we forget Optimus Prime Day. Oh yeah. We're just primed. Primed day. Let's see what we got. Come on, what are they gonna do? And they're all dancing and singing. It's a celebration. And yeah, they just go on and on. Dude, the crowd's starting to pick up a little bit. They're about what, an hour and a half into it. See what Carrie Lake has to say. Some of these people I don't care too much about. Or I don't know who they are. She's got her sign upside down. So silly. All right, here we go.
Senator from Arizona, Carrie Lake.
Oh, I should totally lip sync her. Hear what she has to say.
Wow. Hello. I love you.
Yeah,
I love
boobs.
you.
Got legs
I love you,
too.
Arizona. You guys are amazing. Wow, this is MAGA energy tonight, guys. Love it. Oh, wow. This room,
Randy Quaid
America,
there?
I wish you were in this room with
Awesome.
us. This is electric. Hello, America. Welcome, everybody who's watching at home, and welcome everybody in this great arena tonight. We love you all. Actually, wait a minute. I don't mean that. I don't welcome everybody in this meeting. You in this room, the guys up in the fake news, frankly. All right. Frankly, you guys up there in the fake news have worn out your welcome, right? You've worn it out, guys. You have spent the last 8 years lying about President Donald Trump and his amazing patriotic supporters. Actually, guys, they lie about everything. They've lied about Joe Biden's health, the economy, the laptop, the border. I could go on and on and on. But the really good news is that every day more and more people are turning off the fake news. And they're...
Well, it depends on what kind of camera you're using.
And Americans are waking up to the truth about the disastrous Democrat policies pushed by Joe Biden and his favorite congressman, my opponent, Ruben Gallego. These guys, they're full of bad ideas. Just last week, Ruben Gallego voted to let the millions of people who poured into our country illegally cast a ballot in this upcoming election.
That's true. I don't know if that's
Gallego
true.
and the Democrats have handed over control of my state, Arizona's border, to the drug cartels. And because of them, criminals and deadly drugs are pouring in, and our children are dying. Our children are getting their
Well, you're
hands
not
on these
supposed to
drugs.
pour them in. You're supposed to,
I'll tell you the
know,
hardest thing
put them in
I've had to
rubber
do on the campaign trail
container
is talk to
and
moms and dads who
carry
come
them
up to
over.
me and tell
Don't
me
pour
that their
'em.
19-year-old son has died because of fentanyl poisoning, or their
Oh, it's so rough.
22-year-old daughter took a half a pill and she's gone. We are
Yeah.
losing a generation of young
Why you
people
don't do this
to this
stuff?
fentanyl crisis, and it's got to stop. The Grand Canyon state has become the fentanyl state, and it's not okay with this mom. I'm not okay with that. I don't think it's okay with that mom. I don't think it's okay with that mom. It doesn't have to be this way. The problems we face are huge. The problems caused by the Democrat Party. But the solutions, guys, they're really simple. First of all, stop the Biden invasion and build the wall. Easy.
Hey, I didn't know you were live. My computer didn't show
And
it.
while we're
Oh,
building
that's
the wall,
okay.
let's kick Bidenomics to the curb and
We're
bring
just
back the
messing around.
Baganomics. Is that okay?
Just having some
I
fun.
miss the strong Trump economy. And because I'm a mama bear, I want to replace this indoctrination, this psychological abuse they're inflicting on our children with a real, solid, quality education. It's all common sense. The great news is that we can solve these problems. And to be honest, we must solve these problems for the sake of our children, because that's really what this is all about, right? The next generation, the future of our country. I learned something watching, the Nature Channel, that the most dangerous place on planet Earth is between a mama bear and her baby cubs.
Now, no, there's more dangerous places. Trust me, sweetheart.
Right? And that's exactly where the radical left have found themselves, and it's not going to go well for them. Because guess what? They have awoken a sleeping giant. Tens of millions of moms and dads from sea to shining sea, they're going to show up on November 5th, and they're going to be hearing from us on November 5th. That's right. Actually, I think I can think of one thing more dangerous than a grizzly bear, and it's a middle-aged, fed-up mother in Washington, D.C.
Damn right. That's right, Puddletown. In bed
And
with
I haven't
Laura
even
Owens is
started
pretty
my hot
dangerous.
flashes yet, guys. Just wait. Just wait.
I'd start
But
her hot
seriously,
flashes
I
yet.
want every mother and father to know
Harry.
this, that we, the Republican Party, will fight. I will fight, not just for my kids and my daughters over here. Are you over there, Ruby? Wave to me. Wave to mom. My daughter's over there. I want to fight for, selfishly, I want to fight for my kids, but I want to fight for your kids as well. They deserve a better future. They deserve a better future. But the really good news here, and the fake news the fake news wants us to believe we're
Bed with
50-50
television
at each other's
business?
throat. They're creating
Well, it depends
division
on how
and
much she's
anger.
had to drink.
Americans are actually much more united than people believe, right? You see it. We see it. We want to make life better. And we want to create an incredible future for this generation and the next generation.
That's
And
good.
together, when we join
That one.
together, we will make America safe again, and we will make America great again. God
Yeah.
bless all of you here tonight. God bless you, America, and God bless President Donald J. Trump. I love you guys. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Boom.
Okay.
But America is struggling under Joe Biden.
But America, yeah, we know. Same thing. Same thing. Let's see who we got there. Don't know him. Let's see. Looks like a preacher. So let's see what we
Failed
got.
lifelong politicians like Sherrod Brown and Joe Biden. It's time to go home. A vote for Trump and Marino is a vote to put America first. We will end the invasion at our southern border. We will fix our economy, protect American workers, and rescue America's family from Biden's and Brown's inflation. We will end the wars and deliver peace.
Biden's and Brown's.
I will fight
inflation.
alongside Donald Trump to make America stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Thank you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
I could have sworn I saw Mitt Romney in there, but I could be
Ladies
wrong.
and gentlemen, please welcome the next senator from Michigan, Mike Rogers.
I can make that happen.
Hello,
I thought that
America.
was-
I'm Mike Rogers, candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Michigan. This
Uh-oh.
require 40%.
Okay. Well, let's see. There's Biden and let's see. No, don't know him. That's who I thought Romney was. Let's see. Who do we got here? That guy looks like he needs a little work. Needs a little work, son. Let's see. Let's see what we got. No. Don't know him. Holy cow. This man right here. I
Taking
want to
our
hear what he
jobs.
has to say.
He brought manufacturing back to Indiana and boosted wages for hardworking Hoosiers.
I'm from Michigan. I never heard
Ladies
from
and
him.
gentlemen, Trump
He's like an
saved
alderman or
the
something.
American dream. But if we have Biden for 4 more years, that dream won't be there for my 3 daughters. So we are going to take our country back for them, for your children, for your grandchildren, for every American.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
My
What do
friends,
we got?
I can't
There's
wait for
something in
November 5th at 6:01 p.m. Eastern Time, when the great state of Indiana is once again the first state on the board to give our Electoral College votes to the greatest president of my lifetime, my friend, Donald J. Trump.
here.
Thank you. God bless.
Much later.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome Captain Sam Brown, the next senator from Nevada.
Captain Sam Brown. That's who it is.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking my God for my life. I want to thank my wife for her strength, for her courage and her support in this race.
Let's see, where is it?
And back home, I want to thank my children. I do this for many reasons,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you are part of that mission. Tonight, I offer a message of hope because I know the importance of hope in difficult times. On September 4th, 2008, my Humvee ran over a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
Brother.
The explosion left me drenched in diesel and burning alive. As I neared death, I felt the flames being smothered and heard a voice say, "Sir, I've got you."
Damn. Damn.
Through the pain and anguish of recovery and the years that followed, I never lost hope. And I stand before you. I stand before you today as a Republican nominee for Senate from the great state of Nevada.
Right. Moving on up, brother. Moving on up.
America, I served you as a soldier,
Hey, how's it
and I
going,
want to
Animals
serve
Girl?
you again.
It
As
is
a U.S. Senator, I will proudly stand alongside Donald Trump to make America affordable, safe,
Yep.
and strong again.
Good portion of his body got it, man.
We have a tough fight ahead, but it won't be my first. Nevadans are suffering right now. The unemployment rate in Nevada is nearly 25% higher than the national average. The Biden-Harris economy might be fine for millionaires like Senator Jackie Rosen, but it's terrible for Nevadans struggling with inflation and high prices. Yet Jackie and Joe want to raise your taxes while dodging their own. I'll work with President Trump to cut taxes for working families and end taxes on tips for struggling Nevada service workers. Because life must be affordable for millions, not just millionaires. Finally, look at my face. This is the high cost of war.
Yep.
If Joe Biden stays in office, more service members will pay this price. He has brought our nation humiliation, defeat, and to the brink of more war.
Hey, how's it going, Just Stacy? Good
I've
to
been
see
through
you.
the fire.
Glad you could make it in here.
President Trump has been through the fire. But hope has not been extinguished. It
Tax
is
tip.
reignited.
Well, in Nevada, you know, depends on which tip you're asking for.
And we are more united than ever to save America's future. On November 5th, I ask Nevadans to vote Sam Brown for Senate and Donald Trump for president. Together, we will put America first again.
He's
I
right
wanna
about
close
the
with
face
those
of war,
same
man.
words I heard on the battlefield that gave me hope.
They're off my high school
America,
puppy dog eyes.
I've got you.
Yeah, he does.
May God bless President Trump. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
I'm right, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next senator.
Oh, well, you know, I wasn't expecting to hear.
What the hell was that? What was that?
Freak you out. Did it? Did it freak out? Like, what the
A little
hell?
bit. A little
Yeah.
bit. Oh, Jesus, man.
Dude went through a war, man. He's
Oh,
Afghanistan
that must
got
have been
blown up.
weird. Wonder what that
Yeah.
was like. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm for it. I'm for it.
Yeah,
Good for
I'm
you,
for
man.
no more war. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a message I can get behind.
Exactly. I'm not liking any of these people. I'm just like, okay, who's
Is that
this?
Ross Perot Jr.?
No, that
Oh.
wasn't Ross Perot Jr. I don't know, but
Who was-
I want to hear what she has to say.
All right, who's Boobs McGee over here?
Who's Tinkle Tits McGee?
There you go.
Tinkle Tits in here?
I don't have very long, FYI.
Oh no, what you got going on?
Well, the missus is almost home.
Well,
40 minutes or so, probably.
it'll be fine. I'll probably be on for a while tonight. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm just screwing around. I had a. Have you seen Biden's little interview that he did with Lester Holt?
I'm gonna go with no.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. I'm gonna play that.
When was the last time Biden did a good interview?
I can't think of a single time that he's ever done
can't
a
either,
good
man.
interview. This one is pretty good though. Well, not good, but in a good way. It's just like good.
It's
in a
good for
horrible way.
entertainment purposes.
Yes, that is exactly what I mean. Share this thing. Oh God.
Mr. President, thank you for sitting down with us. There's a lot to talk about. I'd like to start with the horrible events of last weekend. It has shocked a lot of Americans. A political rally, your opponent, Donald Trump, shot in the middle of greeting his supporters. You spoke to Mr. Trump afterward. Can you give me a sense of that conversation?
Very cordial.
Really?
How concerned I was and
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I knew how he was actually doing. He sounded good. He said he was fine. And he thanked me for calling him. I told him he was literally in the prayers of Jill and me. And I hope his whole family was weathering this.
You were in Delaware when this.
And that's exactly what Trump said happened too. So, he said that Biden did call him up and they talked for a short bit and, said that they were in his prayers. And, so I just asked him how he was doing, You're looking at
You
me.
ever notice how his head looks different?
Whose?
Biden's.
Always.
Like, it doesn't look like it's the same person.
Always. I think a lot of that has to do with whatever drugs they might be giving him.
Maybe.
And it could also be that the makeup they're putting on him. He could have doppelgangers too. You never know.
This happened. What was your first reaction?
The first reaction,
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty much the same here. Same facial actions and tics. But I think they've just been giving him a little more drugs here and there.
it was, my God, look, there's so much violence now, the way we talk about it. I mean, the whole notion that there is this, there's no place at all for violence in
place like
politics in
home.
America. None.
No place
Zero.
like home.
And we've reached a point where it's become too commonplace, not assassinations, but to talk about it. For example, the January 6th, the attack on the Capitol.
Smell
Dude.
like goat.
Smell like goat. That's all right.
Yeah.
Hey,
It happens.
this guy's sitting there going, "Oh, this attack on January 6th on the Capitol." Like, dude, no. There was only one person that got shot.
Ashley Babbitt.
Yep, and he forgets their name. He can't even
Say her name, Joe. Say her
Their
name.
Oh no, there was Capitol Police that died in this and were violently attacked.
No,
And yes,
not true.
there were Capitol Police that were attacked, and those
Attacked,
and
sure.
the people that did that should be arrested for assault,
Agreed. Agreed.
for battery. They should be
Even the FBI agents that did the attacking.
exactly. Every single one of those people that did that crap should be in jail and serve their time, which is not gonna, not gonna be a very long time, but some of these people have been in there for years.
Which is absolutely insane.
Yes. Like they would have served their time out had they actually prosecuted them, and none of them have they prosecuted for
Well,
insurrection.
it's not a prosecution thing. It's a political prisoner thing. As long as they've
Yeah.
got these people in prison, jail, whatever, they can still say they've got people in prison.
They've got insurrectionists in prison.
Yes, all the evil, all of it.
All of them.
Lester, I got in this race early on in 2020 for the 2020 race. I wasn't going to run again because I lost my.
You got in this race in like the 60s or 70s, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. You've been in this damn political game for what, 30, 40 years now?
More than that, isn't it? Oh, way more than that.
I don't
He's
know.
literally spent his entire life in politics. He's never had a real job.
No, never. That's why it amazes me
there.
whenever. Yeah, and it's just like it amazes me that people think that he knows what it's like in the real world.
Working Joe, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
My bad.
But
My
the
bad.
only thing the only thing he's ever worked was never mind.
My son, I didn't feel, and until I watched what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. Those folks coming out of the woods with torches, carrying swastikas, singing the same Nazi bile. It was accompanied by this Ku Klux Klan, and a young woman was killed.
Wait,
And
what? Time out. What the hell did he just say?
He started talking about Charlottesville, and then he said something about Virginia, and then they came out.
He said something about his son being dead, and then
Yeah.
it went to Nazis somehow.
Well, okay. Early on, 2022 race, I wasn't going to run again.
Let's play it from here. Play it from here.
Yeah.
2020 race. I wasn't going to run again because I lost my son. I didn't feel, and
when did Bo die?
I don't think maybe Bo did die in 2020. Now I got to search. Yeah, you do that.
2015. May of 2015.
Okay. So
wait for he's so full of shit, y'all. He died 5 years before the race started. I wasn't gonna run again because my son died. No, he didn't.
No, I could understand him not running in. I could understand him not running in 2016 because his son
You're
just.
talking about 2020.
Yeah, I know, but okay. And until I watched what happened in Charlottesville. Okay. Now he said what happened in Charlottesville.
When was Charlottesville?
Until I watched what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. Those folks coming out of the woods with torches, carrying swastikas, singing the same Nazi bile. It was accompanied by this Ku Klux Klan, and a young woman was killed.
What in the hell is he talking about? Charlottesville, West Virginia?
No idea.
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Virginia. Attack, maybe?
But they were coming out of the
that
woods.
That was in 2017.
They came out of the woods with torches?
I'm pretty sure they got out of U-Haul trucks. They had those tiki torches, remember? They were all carrying those stupid tiki torches.
We're carrying what? Tiki torch? Who the hell would be carrying a tiki torch?
That was the thing, man. All those Patriot Front idiots or whatever the fuck. They were all, man, I'm dropping F-bombs all over your 40-minute stream. I'm sorry.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, because from what I remember is Charlottesville, there was a group of people that came out to tear down statues. From what I remember, there was a group of people that were all about tearing down the statues because of colonialism, racism, or some crap like that. And
Joe ran in 2016?
Yeah. But he never got on the ticket. It was Hillary that got put on the ticket.
It was Hillary was the nominee.
Yeah. So he was running to get there, but never could get enough votes. Hillary was too close in their minds. They wanted to elect the first female president.
Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah, I could. I can't imagine. That's the scary.
What does this have to do with the 2024 race, though?
Well, in 2017, he saw the Charlottesville thing happen, which was completely
with all the tiki torches.
with all the tiki torches, and of course there was a bunch of fools there that nobody wanted there,
yeah.
and they started crap, and then next thing you know, a lady got run over by a car, from what I remember. Like,
I
dude
think
ran
a
his
few
car through
people,
there.
a few people got ran over by the car.
Yeah,
If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took
So
off through a crowd.
yeah, and so if I remember this right, that was whenever Trump came out and said, "Hey, you know, you guys need to chill this stuff out. I don't condone of any of this whatsoever. I don't condone people coming to tear down statues. I don't condone your KKK bull stuff, and I'm sure that the people that don't want the statues torn down and the people that want to tear down the statues, there's fine people in there, but you just need to stop this stuff now." And that's whenever they flipped it out and said, "Oh, there's fine people on both sides."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was a bystander. And the then president was asked, what do you think? He said, they're very fine people on both sides. Not fine people on both sides.
That's not what he
No.
said.
That's not what he said.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, see, this is the same tropes that I think this is the amazing part of why I'm so surprised they even keep Biden there, or any Democrat has been able to get in and nominated or even come close to winning, is they keep saying the same tropes that are not real, not true.
Well, but if people don't know, like normies don't pay attention to politics. They don't pay attention to actual current media. They pay attention to headlines. They see the headlines as they're scrolling through because they don't pay attention. So all they get is the headlines. That's how it works. That's how it works. People don't, the average person doesn't give a crap about the actual events that took place. They just get the headlines from their trusted news sources like Fox Media or CNN and believe whatever the headline says.
Yeah. I don't believe any of them. Like I
don't either.
I was reading a story today and I was just like, no, this isn't true. This is a lie. I know it to be a lie. And they're sitting there talking about the moon. They're like, there's caves on the moon and scientists suspect that there's caves and that they started talking about lava flow. I'm just like, okay.
So just to clarify,
none of this is verified. It's just bullshit.
My bad. I got sidetracked with ADD.
No, go ahead.
Just to clarify, Bo died May of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
He ran for president in 2016, but then in 2020, he said he wasn't going to run because his son died in 2015.
Yeah.
But he'd already ran for president in 2016.
Yeah.
So basically, he just made that story up for this interview to put Bo Biden, his loss of his son in the comment, right? Like, oh, feel bad for me because my son died. None of that's true. None of that was true. None of that was an actual timeline of events. He made it up.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Or he's just confused and doesn't know any better.
Oh, excuse. Zero.
Well, let's talk about the conversation this has started, and it's really about language, what we say out loud and the consequences of those. You called your opponent an existential threat on a call a week ago. You said it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. There's some dispute about the context, but I think you appreciate that.
I didn't say crosshairs. I was talking about focus on. Look, the truth.
He said, I didn't say crosshairs. He didn't say crosshairs. He said bullseye.
You said bullseye. Which I and to be truthfully, I understood what he was saying whenever he was talking about this. Whenever you read it in context, he was saying you guys need to stop focusing on, the bad that's happened, my debate sucking and my interviews sucking. You need to, why aren't we putting the bullseye on Trump and focusing on on all of his bad stuff? That's what he was saying. If you go back and listen to it, that's exactly what he said. It wasn't exactly what he said, but that was the gist of what he was saying. And if you're reading more into it, then you're just as bad as they are. That's the way I look at it. Just because there really wasn't anything to it. It was just him saying, hey, it's like let's focus on the bad stuff about Trump instead of focusing on this bad outcome I had of a debate. Which
All of his debates are bad.
Yeah, all of his debates are bad. But that being said, they rightfully are using that against him. No different than they're basically beating him at his own game.
It's about time.
Yeah, and Republicans just need to do it. Sling the mud. Phrasing.
The matter was, what I guess I was talking about at the time was there's very little focus on Trump's agenda.
Yeah, the term is bullseye.
It was a mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye. I meant focus on him. Focus on what he's doing. Focus on his policies. Focus on the number of lies he told in the debate. Focus. I mean, there's a whole range of things that look. I'm not the guy that said.
That was the thing.
Old.
Yeah,
he's so old.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, the amount of lies that came out of Trump didn't even compare to the amount of lies that came out of Biden.
It never is.
Because Trump just sit back and just let him go. Because there was one point where afterwards he was like, "Well, Trump was yelling. We were watching it." Trump just sort of kicked back and let you do your thing and completely flounder.
That debate was so different for Trump. And I think it was Puddletown. He wishes he wouldn't have held back. I'm glad he did. Right. I think Trump holding back in that debate and just letting Joe ramble and be old and feeble was the best possible course he could have taken.
Yes.
There was a couple times where Trump actually went after him a little bit, and it seemed to fire up Biden and make him a little sharper, in my opinion. I think he should have just cool as a cucumber the entire time, and Biden wouldn't have had anything to get fired up about, and it would have been so much worse than it actually turned out to be.
It was just the geriatric fight was so funny.
It's so bad. This is the best we got, y'all. This is what we're dealing with. Welcome to the party. Oh, Jesus Christ.
When I was sitting there watching, I'm just like, okay, because there was a couple of times that Trump was answering questions for him, completing sentences, because I think he understood what Biden was trying to get to, and he just finished the answer for him so he could move on with his day. And if Biden ran over, he just let him run over and just I don't care. He was so laid back.
Want to be a dictator on day one. I'm not the guy that refused to accept the outcome of the election. I'm not the guy who said that won't accept the outcome of this election automatically.
Night Welsh lady.
Hey, Night Welsh lady. I think though that whenever he loses this election, that he'll be questioning it. How? Because they'll be so surprised. How did we lose? We stuffed as many ballot boxes as we could with good, clean voters.
You can't
not be living anymore.
Only love your country when you win.
Yes.
And so the focus was on what he's saying, and I mean the idea.
But have you taken a step back and done a little soul searching on things that you may have said that could incite people who are not balanced?
Well, I don't think. Look, how do you talk about the threat to democracy, which is real?
Yes,
we don't have a democracy. We have a constitutional republic. Democracy
that's
is the first step of socialism. Socialism being the gateway to communism. Get wrecked, Democrats.
Yes. Bye. Yes. Trump is a threat to democracy. That is what we are hoping for. An absolute threat to democracy. I want your democracy to be completely threatened. We want to destroy democracy. Mob rule is bad. And I'm not calling for destruction on anybody. Go ahead.
Democracy not essentially is mob rule. Democracy puts the normies in charge that are just reading headlines of everyday law and order. Not a good plan, y'all. Not a good plan.
The president says things like he says. Do you just not say anything because it may incite somebody?
What is he inciting?
Look, I've not engaged in that rhetoric.
Yes, you have.
Now, my opponent is engaged in that rhetoric. He talks about to be a bloodbath if he loses, talking about how.
That's not what he said. That is not what he said. That Joe, stop reading CNN's headlines. What he was talking about, you moron, is he was talking about the trade deals that are going on with China. If we don't stop the trade deals that are going on with China, then it is a business term of a bloodbath. And that's what he was talking about, is how the American economy was going to be destroyed. That is what he was talking about. They clipped the whole damn thing out. So don't give me this kind of garbage that he said it was going to be a bloodbath if he lost. He said if he loses, businesses are going to experience a bloodbath. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And quite a bit, especially close to military bases. Believe that.
He's going to forgive all the, actually, I guess, suspend the sentences of all those who were arrested.
Not what he said. Again, these are lies that are not true. These are media lies. He never said he was going to suspend all of the sentences of people that were being held as political prisoners. What he said, he was going to look at it and judge it case by case and see which ones. If somebody went in there and was in there because they busted out a window and they destroyed Capitol property, and the minimum form would be 4 years, 5 years, or some crap like that, he'll probably keep them in there. He never
As
said
he should. As he should.
He never said that he was going to go through and release them out. He said he would look at the totality of it and see if it was worthwhile doing. If these people are being
it's
held,
some granny that stayed within the velvet ropes the entire time and took a stroll through the Capitol building, he should probably be out of jail by now, y'all. Right. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And sentenced to go to jail because of what happened in the Capitol. I'm not out there making fun of.
They haven't been sentenced to go to jail yet. You dummy.
Like remember the picture of Donald Trump when Nancy Pelosi's husband was hit with a hammer, talking about
timeout,
joking about.
What the hell?
Just a second. Did you see that?
Found child porn.
What?
He goes to jail because what happened to found child porn?
The closed captions, y'all.
What did they clip out?
Because what happened to play that again real quick.
They had to clip something out.
If he loses, talking about how he's going to forgive all the, actually, I guess, suspend the sentences of all those who were arrested and sentenced to go to jail because of what happened in the Capitol. I'm not out there making fun of, remember the picture of Donald Trump when Nancy Pelosi's husband was hit?
Of Donald Trump when Nancy Pelosi's husband turned into found child prawn, Nancy Pelosi, some simple.
Whoa. Do you think maybe they found child prawn in Nancy Pelosi's place? That's why the guy was there?
I would assume almost certainly that there is child prawn in that house at some point in the last 30 years.
And maybe dude showed up because his daughter was in it, her son showed up, and that's why he wanted to talk to Nancy. I'm just speculating. I don't know anything.
With the hammer, joking about it.
The guy that did that the guy that attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband.
He just got sentenced, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a lefty.
Well, yeah, he was like hardcore lefty.
Hardcore lefty. And he wanted to talk to Nancy.
If somebody with a hammer comes into my house and are holding me hostage, I certainly wouldn't make a cocktail and be in a bathrobe.
No.
Like something weird was going on there, y'all. I don't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But something weird was happening.
Yeah, could have been child prawn.
Doesn't sound like you're turning down the heat, though. You've talked about
no. Look, when I'm turning down, we have to stop the whole notion.
We have to stop them from saying mean things that hurts our feelings and makes us look bad. The
And then
violent
we wouldn't have to
rhetoric
beat
coming
people
out of
with
them.
hammers. Yikes.
That there are certain things that are contrary to our democracy that we're for.
Pepper
The
for-
idea of saying that I didn't win the election, when every court in the land,
No.
No. Here's the thing. It's never been brought before a court.
No, it was all dismissed beforehand. Like it was never taken up. Ever.
Yes. Ever. None of those cases have been taken up. Every
doesn't
court in the
mean that every
land
court
said
in
we're
the
not even going to
land-
hear this.
Right. Which fueled the fire of conspiracy.
Yes.
every court in the land, I don't know, 20 appeals said, and including this conservative Supreme Court, said we won. The idea of having a loyalty.
Okay. So you won. What have you done with the past 3.5 years?
According to him, he's done more than any president ever or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pledge from all the folks who are in a Republican MAGA, not all Republicans, the MAGA Republicans, saying that no, we lost the election, inflaming the people to say,
So what can you and what will you do, at least things you can control, to lower down the temperature, the rhetoric out there?
Continue to talk about the things that matter to the American public.
Okay. That's
like Paul Pelosi and the hammer.
Yeah. That really matters to the public.
Yeah, nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares.
Oh, it's Ramaswamy. Let's see what Ramaswamy has to say.
Oh, Vivek.
Oh, Vivek.
MLS, I would love to have the Hocktool girl on for Lego, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she's going to care about
and here's the thing. You're not going to get in touch with her.
No,
She
she's
doesn't
got a
have
manager
social
now.
media. Yeah, you have to reach out to her manager. You know, it's not like you can just walk up to her and say, "Hey, would you just do on it?"
Although she's from Tennessee.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
Yeah.
It's good to be back in Milwaukee. This time last year, I was a candidate for U.S. president, and I'm proud to say that I achieved the impossible, which is that most of you actually know how to say my name by now. So thank you for that. It's good to be back. We're
He's
in the middle
funny.
of a national identity
Yes, he
crisis
is.
right now.
I like what he says. I just
Patriotism,
don't think he
hard
has
work,
experience.
and family have disappeared.
I'm not sure if I trust him either.
Sexuality and climate. But we're not
Came
going
out
to
of
win this
nowhere.
election just by criticizing the other
Uh-huh.
side. We're going to win this by standing for our own vision of who we really are. What does it mean to be a Republican in the year 2024? What does it mean to be an American in the year 2024? It means we believe in the ideals of 1776. It means we believe in merit, that you get ahead in this country, not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and your contributions. It means we believe in the rule of law. And I say this as the kid of legal immigrants to this country. That means your first act of entering this country cannot break the law. That is why we will seal the southern border on day one. Thank you. It means the people who we elect to run the government ought to be the ones who actually run the government, not unelected bureaucrats in the deep state. These are not black ideas or white ideas. They are not even Democrat ideas or Republican ideas. They are American ideas that we fought a revolution to secure. And the man who will revive these ideals in the United States of America is your next president, the 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
He has the same dialect as Obama.
If you want to
It's
seal the
same
border,
speech pattern.
vote Trump. If you want to restore law and order in this country, vote Trump. If you want to reignite the economy in this country, vote Trump. If you want to revive national pride in this country, vote Trump. If you want to make America great again, vote Trump. But there is one more reason I'm going to ask you to vote Trump, and it's the most important one. It's the one the media won't talk about, but it's the truth. Donald Trump is the president.
who will actually unite this country, not through empty words, but through action. Because you know what? Success is unifying. Excellence is unifying. That's who we are as Americans. That's who we've always been. To those of you watching this at home tonight, I'd like to deliver a message that the media doesn't want you to hear from the Republican Party. Our message to Black Americans is this. The media has tried to convince you for decades that Republicans don't care about your communities, but we do. We want for you what we want for every American: safe neighborhoods, clean streets, good jobs, a better life for your children, and a justice system that treats everyone equally, regardless of your skin color and regardless of your political beliefs. Our message to every legal immigrant in this country is this: you're like my parents. You deserve the opportunity to secure a better life for your children in America. But our message to illegal immigrants is also this: we will return you to your country of origin, not because you're all bad people, but because you broke the law. And the United States of America was founded on the rule of law. Our message to millennials, speaking as one myself: yes, it's true. Our government sold us a false bill of goods with the Iraq War and the 2008 financial crisis, loading up our national debt that falls on our generation's shoulders, telling us that if we took out college loans, we'd somehow get a head start on the American dream, when it hasn't worked out that way. But we can't just be cynical about our country, because
Well, and the thing is, I like that look right there. Funny. He looks like a little bulldog that's angry.
He looks like he looks like Chunk from, or Sloth from the Goonies.
Yes. There you go. No, and I will say this: everybody that believed in this kind of spending, going into debt, paying your way through college, that's a Republican Democrat thing. That's not a left or right. That's just bad school systems that lied to people, and colleges that lied to people, just to teach you, dance theory or some crap like that. So, if you're in student debt, well, there's one way to get out of student debt. Who use that skill till it pays for itself. If it can't, then find a skill that does pay for it. Pay that stuff down, then you'll be out of student debt. Sucks. My wife has student debt. Both of us are paying for that. Awesome.
the United States of America is still the last best hope that we have, and we deserve a better class of politician, one who actually tells us the truth, even if it comes with some mean tweets from time to time. And our message to Gen Z is this: you're going to be the generation that actually saves this country. You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative. Say you want to get married, have kids, teach them to believe in God and pledge allegiance to their country. Because you know what? Fear has been infectious in this country, but courage can be contagious too. That too is what it means to be an American.
Right.
And you know what? If you're at home and you disagree with everything I just said, our message to you is this: we will still defend to the death your right to say it, because that is who we are as Americans. We are the country where we can disagree like hell and still get together at the dinner table at the end of it. That is the America I know. That is the America we miss. We do not have to be ancient Rome. We don't have to be this nation in decline. We can still be a nation in our ascent, a nation whose best days, not in some fake politician way, but in a true way, a nation whose best days are actually still ahead of us. Still on our way to that shining city on a hill, that country where no matter who you are, or where your parents came from, or what your skin color is, or how long your last name is, that you will still get ahead in this country with your own hard work.
At least he can laugh at himself.
Your own dedication, and that you know what? You are free to speak your mind at every step of the way. That is the American dream. That is what won us the American Revolution. That is what reunited us after the Civil War. That is what won us 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is what still gives hope to the free world. And if we can revive that dream, over group identity and victimhood and grievance, then nobody in the world, not a nation, not a corporation, not a virus, not China, is going to defeat us. That is what American exceptionalism is all about. And that is what we will revive this November when we send Donald J. Trump back to the White House. Thank you all. God bless you and your families. And may God bless our United States of America. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome American icon, singer-songwriter Lee Greenwood.
Oh yeah, means Trump was about to come out because they only do that whenever Lee Greenwood's coming out. Lee Greenwood is doing his singing for the trumpet. All right, what do we have here? And
good evening. 726-00019 and 726-01019. These may be just numbers to you, but to me, they're my whole heart. These numbers are my parents' identification numbers in our federal prison system. My name is Savannah Chrisley, and you may have seen my family on TV, but for the past decade, we've been consumed with a different kind of drama. My family was persecuted by rogue prosecutors in Fulton County due to our public profile. I know, Fulton County, they know how to do it, don't they? Due to our public profile and conservative beliefs. They accused my parents of fraud when really, we were defrauded by a dishonest business partner who, let's not forget, the government gave full immunity to.
Grizzle? I don't know. I just she's cute.
Chrisley.
Grizzly.
Who the hell are her parents?
Good evening.
Yep.
726-00019 and 726-01019. These may be just numbers to you, but to me, they're my whole heart. These numbers are my parents' identification numbers in our federal prison system. My name is Savannah Chrisley, and you may
Savannah Chrisley
have seen my family on TV, but for the past decade, we've been consumed with a different kind of drama. My family was persecuted by rogue prosecutors in Fulton County due to our public profile. I know, Fulton County, they know how to do it, don't they? Due to our public profile and conservative beliefs. They accused my parents of fraud when really, we were defrauded by a dishonest business partner who, let's not forget, the government gave full immunity to. We suffered warrantless raids and harassment. One of the officials even had my father's face on a dartboard in his office. My parents were sentenced to a combined 19 years. I know. And let me tell you,
Chrisley's her dad?
I got custody of my brother and sister, 10 and 16 at the
Show
time. And you don't know heartache until you look.
I haven't found anything that explains who they are. They had a reality
they ran a business in Fulton County.
They had a reality show.
Yeah.
Called shit, I just had it. I lost it.
Like the Grizzlies or something.
Chrisley's Know Best or something like that. I've never heard of it before.
No.
Two children in the eyes and say, I don't know when mom and dad are coming home. I'll
Chrisley
never
Knows
forget
Best.
what the prosecutor said. And the
What is it called?
Chrisley Knows Best.
Chrisley Knows Best.
Mm-hmm. Never heard of it before.
Never heard of it either. Yeah, Fulton County is a special place. Trust me.
I'm going to refrain from
Most
speaking
heavily
about Fulton County.
Yeah, you don't have to live here.
Yeah.
county in the state. Before an Obama-appointed judge, he called us the Trumps of the South. Yeah, hey, it's fun. He meant it as an insult, but let me tell you, boy, do I wear it as a badge of honor. We live in a nation founded on freedom, liberty, and justice for all. Justice, it's supposed to be blind, but today we have a two-faced justice system. Just look at what they're doing to President Trump. All while, let's face it, Hunter Biden is roaming around free and attending classified meetings. And let's face it, look at what they're doing to countless Christians and conservatives that the government has labeled extremist or even worse. Meanwhile, the Democrats are releasing actual violent offenders who have hurt innocent people. A lawyer of mine, Brett Tolman, who's a former U.S. attorney, he told me about a plaque that hangs in the Department of Justice, and it reads, "The hallmark of fairness in the administration of justice is consistency. The only thing consistent about Democrat justice is how they consistently punish their enemies. That's not justice. Look at what they've done to Steve Bannon. I mean, the man should be at home." Proverbs 24:16 says, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. But the wicked stumble when calamity strikes." It's about time we start seeing people stumble.
What is up with her elbow?
We need to rise above the persecution. We need to hold.
I think that's a tattoo.
Is
Talking
it?
about the inside of
Yeah,
her,
the crotch
yeah.
of her elbow.
Yeah, the crotch of her elbow. It's a tattoo. It looks like.
I don't.
It looks like she would have some tattoos on her.
Why would that be a tattoo? And what is it? Why would you tattoo just that spot?
Prosecutors accountable.
It looks like a
there
bruise.
should be no immunity. We need to expose the Democrats' corruption, and better yet, the Biden family's corruption.
It could be a bruise.
And guess what? I know just the man for that job. Donald
Man,
J. Trump has
it looks
only
like
one conviction
It's like
that
a,
matters.
something written on
And
there.
that is his conviction to make America great again.
You got boobs though.
Thank you, and God bless America.
That she does.
Ladies and
She needs to
gentlemen,
be on a
the
Lego
mayor
stream.
of Dallas, Texas, Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson. Oh yeah, everyone thought he was gonna be also possibly one of his running mates. Let's see. Oh, let's see. That's Vance right there, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. Nope. Not getting in trouble. Let's see. They're playing
Wow,
some music.
Huckabee's looking rough.
Yeah. Nope. Just nope. Not- is bath washing dance. I like the one where they put like a towel. You know, where they put a towel, and then the other one where there's like 2 guys standing there, you know, and he's doing. I'm sorry, I'm good. I love humor, and if you make a good meme like that, it is funny.
Star Z, I think you're right. Actually, I think that's probably what it was. It looks like a blood draw.
Yeah, it could be. Trump can't dance for the damn, but he's so funny. Just. Just can't help it. Music. Yep. Still keeping the bandage on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milk that for a little while.
Milk it for a while. It just turned at the right moment. Just at the right moment.
There's a lot smaller bandages that can go on an ear.
Well, yeah. But this really stands out.
That's exactly the point. When I was in wrestling, I got cauliflower ear, right? And it swells up real big. It fills up with blood. It's really painful. To fix that, what they do is they sew. Well, at the time anyway, it's probably much better now. But they literally sewed 2 pieces of plastic to my ear on the front and back to compress it. But it's just a piercing essentially, right? With sutures and plastic to compress the spot. There's no need for a bandage. There's no need for any of that. It's just there. I mean, it's just cartilage, y'all. It's not that big of a deal.
You know, he should wear that to his next what do you call it? Debate. Biden is just really salty right now. He's got to be salty as hell. Just like, damn it, why didn't anybody try to shoot at me?
It's not worth the bullet.
No. He's just that kind of salty person. He just gives that impression of being salty about, like, he's just.
You know how much a 5.56 costs today? Why would you waste the $1.23? Jesus Christ.
He's just sitting there cussing, just like, damn it. He's going to win the presidency because of this crap. And if we say anything bad about them and tell them that they're a threat, then guess what? It just makes us look even worse. Damn it. Son of a. Oh. It just points out their hypocrisy. Welcome, Star Z, for 3 months. What the hell is live now? Hell yeah. And I can't play it because they're just playing music. There you go. There you go. See if they play music still. Yep, they're still playing music. It's like, let's keep it going. Let's keep sucking it up here. All right. Let's see. Still music.
But it gets even worse. Biden.
Oh, here we go. It's a commercial.
What was that? What?
This is the man responsible for your family's safety, and he's failed you terribly. Biden made one of the worst mistakes of any president in history when he told illegals to come here and surge our border.
I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border.
And surge they did. 10 million, more than the population of 40 U.S. states. And Biden's open border became an open invitation for violent Venezuelan gang members, sex traffickers, and now confirmed, ISIS terrorists entered through Biden's wide-open southern border, putting America on high alert for an attack, and your family at great risk.
We immediately surge to the border.
But it gets even worse. Biden's
He actually looks like he's had a rough couple days.
300,000 Americans now dead, not from a nuclear bomb, but from lethal fentanyl brought in through Biden's wide-open border. And on Biden's watch, enough illegal fentanyl has crossed our borders to kill every single American. That's terrifying. This weak man has been great for the Mexican drug cartels, while being a death sentence for over 300,000 Americans, including young children. That's approaching the number of soldiers that were killed in World War II. Yet what's Biden's message?
Surge to the border.
The Biden surge has also led to a surge in violent crimes committed by illegal migrants. Horrific crimes, murders, gang attacks against our police, child sex crimes, and the brutal killing of a nursing student on her college campus. Countless families will never forget the pain and tragedy, and America should never forget who was responsible. Joe Biden.
Surge to the border.
And America's border czar. President Trump had our borders secure, our families safe, and he'll do it again.
Ladies and
Damn.
gentlemen,
They wouldn't even show it. This is on Fox, and they wouldn't even show the commercial. You notice they panned over to Trump. They're just like, damn it. We can't show the commercial. Oh, I just don't think I'd be eating or sleeping right now if my life was just on the line.
It does sound like the voiceover guy for movies. The coming this spring. Yeah.
please welcome United States Senator Ted Cruz of Texas.
You mean Canada?
Yeah. Hi, my name's Ted Cruz.
God bless Donald J. Trump.
You wouldn't have said that 8 years ago.
Right.
And let me start by giving thanks to God Almighty for protecting President Trump.
Looks like
What
he's
a
had a rubber
And
band
for
on the
turning
shit of
his head on
nose.
Saturday as the shot was fired.
It kind of does, actually.
Yeah.
Together we lift up in prayer all of our leaders for protection. And our prayers
What the
are
hell
in
is going on with
particular
the tip
the
of his
family
nose?
of
I
Fire
know.
Chief Corey Comparatore and the others injured on
Looks like he's had like a rubber band tied off on the end of it to cut off the circulation.
It looks like a castration band was placed on the tip of his nose.
Exactly. Oh, you think he might have had a nose job?
Ooh, Valkyrie's home.
All right. Well, if you got to go, you just jump on off. It's okay. I'll be here for
a little bit. I might jump back on later. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the StreamYard. All right, brother. Have fun.
Right.
Enjoy. Later, chat. Love you.
On Saturday. Never before has an election mattered so much. We are facing an invasion on our southern border. Not figuratively, a literal invasion. 11.5 million people have crossed our border illegally under Joe Biden.
I see it too.
Look around you. This arena holds about 18,000 souls. Now imagine 639 arenas just like this, filled to the brim. That is 11.5 million people, larger than all but 8 states in the nation. But the numbers don't show us the true price that our country is paying. Every day, Americans are dying. Murdered, assaulted, raped by illegal immigrants that the Democrats have released. Teenage girls and boys wearing colored wristbands are being sold into a life of sex slavery. This is evil and it's wrong. And it is happening every damn day. Think of Kate Steinle. She was 32, walking with her father on a San Francisco pier when a bullet tore through her heart. The man who fired that gun, he'd been deported 5 times.
5 times?
Every damn day. Think of Laken Riley. Just 22 years old, a nursing student with dreams of healing others. She went for a jog and never came home. Her life taken by someone who should have never been here. Every damn day. Or Rachel Marin, a beautiful mother of 5, raped and murdered in suburban Maryland by an illegal immigrant the Democrats released. Every damn day. Or Jocelyn Nungary, only 12 years old.
Given the names.
It was just 1 month ago today that she was brutally raped and murdered in Houston by 2 men who were supposed to be detained and monitored, but instead released and allowed to roam free. Every damn day. These aren't just stories or statistics. They're our daughters, our sisters, our friends. The families don't care about the empty numbers. They care about the empty chairs at the dinner table, about the voices they'll never hear again, about the laughter lost, and about the dreams that will never be fulfilled.
Yep.
I've sat with these families in living rooms where the silence is so loud that it hurts, where photo albums are opened with trembling hands. How did we get here? It happened because Democrats cynically decided they wanted votes from illegals more than they wanted to protect our children. Today, as a result of Joe Biden's presidency, your family is less safe. Your children are less safe. The country is less safe. But here's the good news. We can fix it. And when Donald Trump is president, we will fix it.
Yes, that's what we want.
Very harsh. Because he's done it before. I know this because I worked hand in hand with President Trump to secure our border, and we achieved the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years. It's real simple.
He's done it before, and he'll do it again.
Pick up pieces, brush them off,
So tonight,
go back to it.
I speak for Kate and Lakin and Rachel. Tonight, I speak for Jocelyn. And let us go forward together and keep our sacred oath to defend the Constitution and to protect the American people. Let us secure our borders, enforce our laws, protect our children, and restore the future. Because when we do that, when we remember who we are and who we love, and we act to protect them, then and only then will we truly make America great again. Thank you. God bless Texas, and God bless the United States of America.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Go ahead, mute that thing out and see if we can get past some of these fools here. Okay. Past them. What is she saying?
Harris used words like reimagine the police.
Yeah, we know what they're saying. We know what they're saying. Uh-oh, here's Nikki Haley. Oh boy. I wonder if she's gonna get booed. All right. We'll play it.
God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former governor of South Carolina and ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley.
Oh boy. Good to catch you too, Puffer P. You take care of yourself. I mean, want you to be happy. Yeah. Time to eat that humble pie.
My fellow Republicans, President Trump asked me to speak to this convention in the name of unity.
I wonder what he said. Oh.
It was a gracious invitation, and I was happy to accept.
No. Handmade.
I'll start by making one thing perfectly clear. Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
Yeah, I don't like her either. I don't trust her. And you know she had to do that. That's eating some humble pie.
Our country is at a critical moment. We have a choice to make. For more than a year, I said a vote for Joe Biden is a vote for President Kamala Harris. After seeing the debate, everyone knows it's true. If we have 4 more years of Biden,
Yeah, he's
or
not
a single
smiling.
day of Harris, our country
He's eating humble
will
pie
be
too.
badly worse off. For the sake of our nation, we have to go with Donald Trump.
Yep.
But there's more to it than that. We should acknowledge that there are some Americans who don't agree with Donald Trump 100% of the time. I happen to know some of them. And I want to speak to them tonight.
Mm-hmm.
My message to them is simple. You don't have to agree with Trump 100% of the time to vote for it.
What I've been saying.
Take it from me.
Yeah,
I haven't always
she's garbage,
agreed with
but
President Trump.
no.
But we agree more often than we disagree. We agree on keeping America strong. We agree on keeping America safe. And we agree that Democrats have moved so far to the left that they're putting our freedoms in danger. I'm here tonight because we have a country to save. And a unified Republican Party is essential for saving her.
Exactly, Puffer. That's correct. Trump has that look of, yeah.
For those who have some doubts about President Trump, I want to tell you a few things about the commander-in-chief I know and worked with. As ambassador to the United Nations, I had a front row seat to his national security policies. We sure could use those again. Think about it.
Yep.
When Barack Obama was president, Vladimir Putin invaded Crimea. With Joe Biden as president, Putin invaded all of Ukraine. But when Donald Trump was president, Putin did nothing. No invasions. No invasions, no wars. That was no accident. Putin didn't attack Ukraine because he knew Donald Trump was tough. A strong president doesn't start wars. A strong president prevents wars.
We've been saying that for like the past 4 years, over 4 years. Oh yeah, now she's anti-war.
Every problem in that part of the world
she wasn't
laid
before.
at the feet of Iran. The dictators who chant death to America are the bankrollers and weapon suppliers for Hamas and Hezbollah. They're behind the barbaric massacres and the hostage taking.
Stuff's faced with popcorn.
Once again, compare Trump and Biden. Trump got us out of the insane Iran nuclear deal.
Yep, that was a pretty bad
He
one.
imposed the toughest sanctions ever on Iran. And he eliminated the arch terrorist Qasem Soleimani. Iran was too weak to start any wars. They knew Trump meant business and they were afraid. And then there's Joe Biden. He lifted the sanctions. He begged them to get back into the nuclear deal. He surrendered in Afghanistan. He sent every possible sign of weakness. Even now, while Hamas is still holding Americans hostage, Biden is pressuring Israel instead of the terrorists.
Well, Israel's not without fault in this too, so
Donald Trump
they're
is clear
holding
about
hostages
who is our
also.
friend and who is our enemy.
This is part of war. This is why I don't like war. Yeah, she would be not
Then look
good
at the
for
border.
country.
It's the single biggest it's the single biggest threat Americans face. Under Joe Biden, migrants are coming into our country by the thousands every day. We have no idea who they are, where they end up, or what they plan to do. And let me remind you, Kamala had one job, and that was to fix the border. Now imagine her in charge of the entire country.
True. But she's saying everything that she's told
Under
to say.
Donald Trump, we didn't have the border.
She's eating her humble pie.
And we won't when he is president again.
You know, it pains her to say this.
I was proud to serve America in President Trump's cabinet. And I'll tell you something you won't hear from the critics. He appreciated advice and input. Americans were well served by his presidency, even if they didn't agree with him on all things. Now, to my fellow Republicans,
like her red or a
we must
Inton.
not only be a unified party, we must also expand our party. We are so much better when we are bigger. We are stronger when we welcome people into our party who have different backgrounds and experiences. And right now, we need to be strong to save America. This is a defining moment, not only for our party, but for our country. Our fellow Americans are fearful right now. Families are suffering from inflation and wages that don't keep up with prices. Young people are being indoctrinated to think our country is racist and evil. The Jewish community is facing an obscene rise in anti-Semitism. Too many minorities are trapped in communities devastated by crime. Our foreign enemies win when they see Americans hate each other. They see that today, whether it's on college campuses or in a field.
All the more
in
reason
Butler,
you should not be a
Pennsylvania.
rhino, which is what she is. She is a straight up rhino.
But we can
There's a lot
conquer
of people
those
that
fears
don't
with
like her
strength
for that
and
reason.
unity. No president can fix all of our problems alone. We have to do this together. America has an amazing ability to self-correct.
Oh, she's getting
In
paid a
this
lot.
moment, we have a chance to put aside our differences and focus on what unites us and strengthens our country.
Yeah.
Let us join together as a party. Let us come together as a people, as one country, strong and proud. Let us show our children and the world that even on our worst day, we are blessed to live in America. God bless you. Thank you. God bless the United States of America.
Uh-huh.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis.
Oh, crap. Right out DeSantis, right? This night, too.
My fellow
Yeah, I haven't heard this.
Republicans, let's send Joe Biden back to his basement and let's send Donald Trump back to the White House. Life
Go
was
get him,
more
Ron.
affordable when Donald Trump was president. Our border was safer under the Trump administration, and our country was respected when Donald Trump was our commander-in-chief.
He's a great
Joe
governor. He
Biden
should
has
stay
failed
there.
this nation. As a veteran, I was appalled when 13 of our service members were killed in Afghanistan due to Joe Biden's dereliction of duty. As a citizen, as a husband, and as a father, I am alarmed that the current president of the United States lacks the capability to discharge the duties of his office. Our enemies do not confine their designs to between 10 a.m.
New man,
and 4
damn it.
p.m. We need a commander-in-chief who can lead 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. America cannot afford
She's when he
4
stomps
more
off. I
years of a
agree,
weekend
Boosh.
at Bernie's presidency. But let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Biden is just a figurehead. He's a tool for imposing a leftist agenda on the American people. They support open borders, allowing millions and millions of illegal aliens to pour into our country and to burden our communities, but just don't send any to Martha's Vineyard, then they get really upset.
Exactly. I agree with you, Boosh.
They have unleashed.
I will agree. I'll agree with you there, Puffer B. He's got a chance of presidency in his future if he doesn't screw up much. You know, more than likely, had he not screwed up so bad and run, I think he really wanted that vice presidency. But hey, you know, this is what Ron believes, not what some idiot wrote over to cover talking points. Exactly. And I think that's where our side can win a lot more instead of just doing the talking points. You know, give a little bit more of the truth. You know, in the same way with the left, you speak truth, and I guarantee you're going to win more people to your side. Ron has a hard time doing that whenever he's campaigning.
Progressive prosecutors across our nation who care more about coddling criminals than about protecting their own communities. They use the unelected bureaucracy to impose their will on us without our consent, and they weaponize political power to target their political opponents like they've done to our own nominee. They want to ban gas automobiles, eliminate Second Amendment rights, and impose gender ideology on everyone from our infantrymen to kindergartners. They stand for DEI, which really means division, exclusion, and indoctrination, and it is wrong. They mandated that you show proof of a COVID vaccine to go to a restaurant, but they oppose requiring proof of citizenship to cast a vote.
True.
They can't even define what a woman is. Now, Donald Trump stands in their way, and he stands up for America. Donald Trump has been demonized. He's been sued. He's been prosecuted, and he nearly lost his life. We cannot let him down, and we cannot let America down. It is the values of this Republican Party that reflect our nation's founding principles. We believe schools should educate, not indoctrinate. We stand for parents' rights, including universal school choice. We support law and order, not rioting and disorder. We seek a strong, focused United States military, not one distracted by a social agenda. We reject entrenched political class, and we demand term limits for members of Congress.
How about term limits as a governor? Term limits in Congress, term limits as a governor, term limits as a president. I mean, to me, that sounds like a wonderful idea. 2 terms, you're done. Could work. Make people work hard. There are term limits as a governor. I don't know. I don't know. I know that there are term limits for it's senators that don't have one of them that doesn't have it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think there are.
Stand for fiscal sanity, for low taxes, and for reduced debt. We seek to reclaim the constitutional government as envisioned by our founding fathers by bringing the administrative state to heel once and for all.
Most governors do. I thought not all
We
of them
believe
did.
that you must be a citizen in order to vote, and that photo ID should be required before casting a ballot.
Not hard.
We stand for strong borders and believe that our nation must have a shared civic culture, and we oppose any.
What is that? I like that. I like that. It has become common that VP should be in a shadow. Too strong by that standard, sadly. It should be someone you can work with, trust to fulfill your policies and strength. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Ron. Place where they
Any immigration that stands apart or in contrast to our American values. We believe in the principles articulated in the Declaration of Independence that our rights come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of the Almighty, including the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, none of this is easy, but it can be done. For decades, my home state saw elections determined by razor-thin margins. Today, due to bold leadership, the Democratic Party lies in ruins. The left is in retreat. Freedom reigns supreme. The woke mind virus is dead, and Florida is a solid Republican state.
No, it's not. But you keep believing it. I mean, they are pretty damn solid, but they're not a solid Republican state.
Now, electing Donald Trump gives us the chance to do this all across America. And we have a responsibility to step up and make it happen. We have a responsibility to preserve what George Washington called the sacred fire of liberty. This was a fire that burned in Independence Hall in 1776 when 56 men pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to establish this nation. It's a fire that burned at a cemetery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, when our nation's first Republican president pledged this nation to a new birth of freedom. It's a fire that burned at the foot of the Berlin Wall in 1987, when our nation's 40th president stood in front of that wall and said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." This is not a responsibility we should fear. It's a responsibility we should welcome. After all, if not us, who? And if not now, when? Let's make the 45th president of the United States the 47th president of the United States. Let's elect Republicans up and down the ballot, and let's heed the call of our party's nominee to fight, fight, fight for these United States. Thank you. God bless you. Let's win in November. Thank you so much.
All right, that wasn't too bad. All right. Let's see if there's anything that's going to come out. All right.
Hello, Milwaukee. Hello, America.
Don't know
I'm
who
Eric
this is.
Schmidt from the great state of Missouri, the Show Me State.
All right. Well, we'll get back to that. We're going to finish out this interview with with Biden because this is just too damn funny. All right, here we go. Oh boy. Trump didn't pick anyone who engaged in Republican debates. It makes a bit of sense seeing his facial expressions. Yeah, no, but they were there because this is, although they got beaten badly, they're going to still show up to show their support for their guy. They have to. If not, their next term done. Next time they're up for a vote, done. That you have to stand with your party, suckers. Bush McFadden, I thought Michigan had 2-term limit on governor, but it's been so long since we had good enough one to vote for. I don't know. That's was a possibility. Trump didn't pick anyone who engaged it. Yeah. That's very true.
It matters whether or not you accept the outcome of elections. It matters whether or not you, for example, talk about how you're going to deal with the board.
Well, and here's one thing I'll say about Michigan is on the list. Is that Maine? Michigan, I think it is. Here's the thing where let's see what comes out of all of this. And I venture to wonder when it comes time for Biden to hand it over, like it was time for Obama to hand over and say, yeah, I'm going to have to give up my throne to this guy Trump that's not even a politician. I'm going to have to give up all of this, and you're going to have a new guy in there as Trump. How fast do you think that the Democrat Party, that the mainstream media is going to agree? Yeah, Trump won. No, they're gonna say it was Russian collusion again because they're already ramping that up. And if that doesn't work, they'll say it's Ukraine collusion or Romanian or some other country, China collusion. Who knows what they'll come up with? But it'll be another one. Yeah. Elon is donating $45 million a month to promote early voting for Trump. Yeah.
Border instead of talking about people as being vermin I mean, those things matter. That's the kind of language that is inflammatory.
But these are the things that you said while you were still in Congress. You remember, Joe? You remember talking about the dark skin of our American population, where you've taken away their agency. You don't remember that? You don't remember, calling Clarence Thomas an Uncle T? You don't remember any of these things? For that.
Mr. President, you've been in politics a very long time, so let's speak frankly. We're all adults here. Has this shooting changed the trajectory of this race?
I don't know, and you don't know either.
I don't know, but have something you've given thought to?
No, I've thought less about the trajectory of the case than two things. One, what his health is, that was secure, number one.
What his
and
health
number
is?
two, what happens from here on in terms of the kind of coverage that the president and vice president and former president and new vice president get in terms of, look, I've never seen a circumstance where you ride through certain rural areas of the country and people have signs there, big Trump signs with middle signs saying F Biden, and a little kid standing there putting up his middle finger.
Really? Is it getting to you, Joe? Is the pressure building? Are you feeling the pain? Tell me you're not feeling the pain. You said you don't remember the same sentence. Gee, just as silly. Oh yeah. Breaking news. Trump indicted on damn it, Wanda. You're so bad.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that is just inflammatory and a kind of viciousness. It's a very different thing than to say,
oh, because everybody's supposed to love you? Biden. The, there were people that felt the same way about Obama. You didn't see it then? See, it's not incendiary. It is a big fu to you being you. It's people showing their grievance against you. They're not calling for violence against you. If they are, I condemn it. Yeah. His mentor. Yeah, yep, yep. That is absolutely right. Why is his memory so good about a kid flipping him off? Well, kid is a key word.
look, I really disagree with the way he takes care of taxes, the way he wants a $5 trillion tax cut for people who are making a lot of money next time.
Those people making a lot of money, those people making a lot of money are what pays my bills. See, the problem is, and I've noticed this in certain. It's much easier to bring someone down and destroy them than it is to build them up. And this is something that the Democrats have been very successful at, is destroying people, destroying communities, destroying what makes America great. And they will constantly hack, hack, hack. And it is not what we're built on. Because instead of going, hey, this guy's doing great over here, let's boost him up. Because all of that comes back to you. Unless they're an asshole, then it doesn't. But you build people up because that turns around and comes back. We've lost sight of that in this country. I mean, it's become a country of a bunch of freaking trolls that want to bring everyone down. You don't have to agree with people, but you don't have to destroy them and their livelihood. That's what the Republican Party has, been good at, is building people up. They look at it as, that rising water lifts all ships off of the ground. They're missing that. But they would much rather just keep bailing the water out of there. Hey, blue-haired Bible lady. Good to see you, Nikki. Hope you're doing well.
I'm wrong. Doesn't focus on working class people.
But those are policy issues, and our history is a country that can thoroughly hash out those issues.
And if you notice, what do I talk about with him? The policy issues where he's dividing the country. The policy issues that relate to democracy.
Another question, if I can, about Saturday. Of course, the former president was wounded. One of his supporters died. A couple more people were seriously injured. Was this a massive security failure?
I have had 2 meetings in the Situation Room with all the intelligence communities, the FBI, Secret Service, et cetera, and I've asked for a totally independent analysis, and we'll see what happens. That comes back.
Do you have confidence in the Secret Service? Do you feel safe?
I feel safe with the Secret Service, but look,
I wouldn't. I would be damn concerned. I would be so concerned right now. If I was in his position, I would be worried. If you've got that level of incompetence, it would make me concerned to be anywhere that Secret Service was handling anything. Seriously, I would be really worried if I were the president.
And you saw, but what we did see was the Secret Service who responded risked their lives in responding. They're ready to give their lives to the president.
They did not.
The question is, should they have anticipated what happened?
No, they should have actually been looking at that building. They should have been up on top of that building. They knew it was a security risk, and they let it bypass. They let it go on by. Security sucked. Yeah, he was hell. If he worked at McDonald's, probably.
Should they have done what they needed to do to prevent this from happening? That's a question that's an open question.
Is it acceptable that you have still not heard, at least publicly, from the Secret Service director?
Uh-huh.
Well, I've heard from them.
But have you heard from her publicly?
Publicly, I've sat down in a situation room downstairs. The Secret Service, the FBI, the national security agencies, the Homeland Security, all the major elements. And there's two pieces of this too. And it's not.
You discuss this with all the major elements, and you still don't have an answer. And people wonder why there's conspiracies out there that the president called for this. Downstairs, not in public. Well, there's certain things they can't discuss in public. I mean, this is a given. There's certain things you can't discuss in public. But if you've got these many people around you and they still haven't figured out where they failed, there's an issue with chain of command. You are the commander in chief. If these people can't do their job, you need to fire them and bring in people that will actually do the job that they're hired to do. Because that security was lacking enough that somebody was able to get off that many shots, delete one person, injure 3 other people, and you act like, well, it's because of all this hateful rhetoric that the Republicans have been spewing. Son, get a grip.
Not an excuse, it's just an explanation.
No, it's all.
There's a major piece of this relates to domestic, local law enforcement. They play a large role. And so there's the different.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Jeez. He was briefed and had little to say. Director's interview didn't help. No, director's interview was garbage. I played that earlier this morning. Biden is the definition of insanity in the USA. Yes.
I'm not saying they weren't competent either. I'm just saying it's a complicated
they were
process.
Incompetent.
And Twitter has changed, by the way.
Twitter has changed? Now you're going to go after Elon? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying there, Biden? That this has to do with Twitter? Twitter is not national security. Twitter is where you get a bunch of morons and lolcows that stand around and yell at each other about stupid crap. It's funny. It's communicating. You can get a message out in a matter of milliseconds. Like, I could post something on Twitter, and within no time whatsoever, that gets published out to what, 1 billion people? If they follow, I don't care if they do or not. I'm just saying, if I had that many people, I could tweet something out and it goes around the world in a matter of seconds. What does that have to do with anything? That you can't, if you can't maintain security for an ex-president, what does that say how you're going to be treated whenever you're not a president anymore? Whenever your wife is out shopping How does that make you feel that you've got a Secret Service that is so incompetent that they could not handle a simple security detail for an ex-president? Come on, get with it. If you're blaming this on Twitter, then there is something seriously wrong with you, brother.
Lester, is you know me. I like to meet people. I like to walk out, shake hands, move, look at people in the eye, see what they're thinking.
Smell the children, whatever, you know. Yeah. Deflection doesn't work well whenever you have dementia because you forget what you were saying.
It's really curtailed that ability on my part and everybody's part. And so, because there's a heightened notion that when you say there's nothing wrong with going to the Capitol, breaking in, threatening people, a couple cops dying.
No. 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 And no. This is not what Joe, stop trying to gaslight the country. This is why you will lose in 2024. Yes, you heard that right, Puffer P. He's bringing it back to January 6th because this is the only talking point they have. Whenever these idiots are losing, this is what they do. They deflect. They blame somebody else. Well, because of this is why this happened. No.
Hanging up, putting up a noose, a gallows for the former vice president, and somehow and then you say you're going to forgive people for that. You're going to pardon them. That was just a normal response. That is not.
What are you talking about?
I have my
Joe?
entire career voted against and railed against and moved against the idea of violence is never appropriate.
Dude, you've been calling for violence against Republicans your entire presidency. You've been calling for violence against our own soldiers for your entire presidency. We couldn't protect our own capital, and that's why Secret Service couldn't ever keep Trump safe. Yeah.
Never, 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 never in politics.
All right. I want to ask you about some other developing news today,
Yeah,
if I can. Judge Cannon
like,
dismissed the documents case, as you may have heard, in Mar-a-Lago.
Damn right.
Can I first get your reaction to that?
That never should happen.
I'm not surprised. It comes from the immunity decision the Supreme Court ruled on, and
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This is not what it comes from. Calls Trump every day. Yeah. I'd be surprised if Jill is having relations with his brother. It's a Biden tradition. Well, no, she was their nanny. We couldn't protect our own capital. That's why Secret Service couldn't. Yeah. This is stupid. This is a horrible, horrible take.
Clarence Thomas, in his dissent, said that independent.
Oh, he doesn't like Clarence Thomas because why? He thinks that Clarence Thomas is an Uncle Tom. That is his outlook on Clarence Thomas. He's not voting with what a black man should be voting because he wants to take away the agency of a black man. Remember that.
Independent prosecutors appointed by the Attorney General aren't legit. That's
by the way, that judge. Weird, huh?
the basis on which this judge moved to dismiss.
It was Obama.
And, but I had an independent prosecutor look at me. They spent months on my going through And I was totally cooperative.
Yeah. What did the prosecutor say? Why don't we ask what the prosecutor said, Joe? Prosecutor said that this guy is so incapacitated and mentally incompetent, he had no idea that he was even holding classified documents. That's how they ruled. That's how they ruled. They said, yeah, this guy's an idiot. Yeah. That was that whenever they searched your house and they found it in unsecure in your garage, classified documents that you should never have even had. Yeah. Jeez.
In and out of my house. And there were, I don't know, the last time in, there were like 10, 12 agents in my house for 9 hours unaccompanied, going through every single thing I had. That's appropriate. And
No,
they
it's
looked at
not.
me and concluded I didn't do a damn thing wrong. But my generic point is that it's,
No, they conclude you're too stupid.
well,
Yeah,
no,
lost.
the basis upon which the case was thrown out, I find specious because I don't agree with like Clarence Thomas' dissent and or the Supreme Court decision on immunity.
In light of this decision, the delay in the Georgia case, the Supreme Court decision on immunity, which you referenced, the former president has seen a series of legal wins recently. You have actively campaigned on his legal woes.
Yes,
Can you do anything like that anymore?
No.
Sure, I can talk about what I think is appropriate. What I think is appropriate. I think the Supreme Court made a terrible decision. I think the justices he appointed have, in fact, been the most conservative. And I would argue, if you survey constitutional scholarship, they seem out of touch with what the founders intended.
Moron. What a moron.
Before this violent turn of events over the weekend, the talk, as you know, was about you and your future, if you should stay in the race. Your allies, James Clyburn, Nancy Pelosi, have kind of put it out there that they're waiting for your decision, giving you time to make your decision. What I hear from you is that you made your decision. Are you still comfortable in that decision? Has anything changed in the last several days?
No.
What do you make of people like Nancy Pelosi, though, who seem to be of the opinion that there is a window for you to make this choice? What aren't they getting?
Look, we knew this was going to be a close race from the moment he announced.
It's not close.
The idea that we are in a situation where, if you look at all the polling data,
Moderate.
polling data shows a lot of different things, but there's no wide gap between us. It's essentially a toss-up race. And I think one of the arguments that is made, you have the most successful presidency of any president in modern history, maybe since Franklin Roosevelt. Passed more major legislation no one thought could get done. We're able to put together consensus. We're able to unite NATO. We're able to deal in foreign policy. Why don't you just decide to rest on those laurels? And the answer is because the job's not finished.
Do you feel like you've weathered the storm on this issue of whether you should be on the ticket or not?
Look, 14 million people voted for me to be the nominee.
Only 14,
the Democratic Party.
Really?
Okay.
Only 14?
I listened to them.
14.
In your last TV interview, you were asked if you had.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it that they said there were 17 million that voted for Trump? I'll have to look this up now. Now I'm curious. Because let's see, what was election 2020, and it was 2020 popular vote. Let's see. And let's see, come on. Gonna take forever. Let's see. It says that he had, what was it? Damn it. It said it was 14 million. I for some reason the number sticks out at 17. Election 2020. How many votes? Let's see. How many votes? You said, So Biden said that he had 14 million votes. Well, according to the presidential election in 2020, Biden received 81.2 million. Really? Well, and I'm going to play this again because this bears recognition. This bears recognition here of what he said.
The arguments that get made, you have the most successful presidency of any president in modern history, maybe since Franklin Roosevelt. Passed more major legislation no one thought could get done. We're able to put together consensus. We're able to unite NATO. We're able to deal in foreign policy. Why don't you just decide to rest on those laurels? And the answer is because the job's not finished.
Do you feel like you've weathered the storm on this issue of whether you should be on the ticket or not?
Look, 14 million people voted for me to be the nominee.
Yeah, 14 million for the nominee. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, okay. So, what was it here? Nominee for Joe Biden. Vote count. Let's see. What did they have? The vote count was nominee for Joe Biden. Vote count. Nominee for Joe Biden. For the Democrat. We'll have to. No, he could be right. There might have been 14 million. Joe Biden clinches 24. The 2024 nomination. He got 1,968 for majority of delegates, and so I mean he got that. Yeah, okay, he's probably right on that. Okay, I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
In the Democratic Party, okay. I listen to them.
In your last TV interview, you were asked if you had watched the debate, and your answer was, I don't think so, no. Have you since seen it?
I've seen pieces of it. I've not watched the whole debate.
And the reason I ask, because I guess the question is, are you all on the same page? Are you seeing what they saw, which was moments of, frankly, that appeared to be, you appeared to be confused?
Lester, look, why don't you guys ever talk about the 28 lies he told? Where are you on this? Why didn't the press ever talk about that? 28 times it's confirmed he lied in that debate. I had a bad night. I wasn't feeling well at all.
Oh,
and I had been
excused.
I screwed up. But
I just asked the question because the idea that you may or may not have seen what some of these other folks have seen, you're not on the same.
I'd have to see. I was there. I had to see it. I was there. And by the way, seriously, you won't answer the question, but why didn't the press talk about all the lies he told?
Well,
I didn't know anything about that.
We have reported many of the issues that came up during that debate.
Yes, they have.
We'll provide you with.
God love you.
Okay. President Obama put out a statement after the debate, but should he and Michelle Obama be doing more to express their confidence in you?
No, they're helping me. They've helped me from the beginning. This is my job to get this done.
Have you talked to him recently about this?
I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks.
Have you talked to him since
That's weird.
This issue came to light, since the debate?
I don't think, I may have. I don't think so.
Who do you listen to on deeply personal issues, like the decisions whether to stay in the race or not?
Me.
What?
I've been doing this a long time. The idea that I'm the old guy, I am. I'm old. But I'm only 3 years older than Trump, number one.
Okay.
And number two, my mental acuity has been pretty damn good. I've gotten more done than any president has in a long, long time in 3.5 years.
Oh, dude.
So I'm willing to be judged on that. I understand. I understand why people say, God, he's 81 years old. Whoa.
No.
What's he going to be when he's 83 years old or 84 years old?
You know, the only people that are asking this is the Democrat Party. This is the only people that are asking about his age. These are the only people that are questioning him on his age. And it is the left that is constantly bringing this up. I don't even care the age of the dude. His policies suck. His mental acuity is gone. I don't care if he was 15 years old. Jesus, man, if I ran into someone like you that was in their 40s, I would think there was something seriously wrong with you. I would think that you had completely lost it. I would be asking, what bridge did you get dropped off of, son? It has nothing to do with your age. He's the one making it an age issue. You're a dimwit, halfwit, moron. You're lacking. Oh,
it's a legitimate question to ask.
I want to ask you about just shortly before you and I sat down, former President Trump named his vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance. What does that tell you, his qualities? What does that tell you about former President Trump's values in terms of who he will surround himself with in a next administration should he win?
Well, it's not unusual. He's going to surround himself with people who agree completely with him, have a voting record, and support him. Even though if you go back and listen to the things that J.D. Vance said about Trump.
Well, he said some things about you, yeah.
Oh, no, well, he said something about me, but see what he said about Trump. What's with you guys? Come on.
Oh, he hates it. He cannot take responsibility. Why are you guys pointing a finger at me? Why me? Why aren't you pointing them at Trump? Why aren't you putting a bullseye on him? Oh, son, I will not judge Dr. Jill.
Oh, man. Look, the point I'm making is that J.D. Vance has adopted the same policies, no exceptions on abortion, making sure that he supports the new $5 trillion tax cut that Trump wants to give in the next administration, signing on to the whole notion of whether or not he says there's no climate change happening. I mean, he signed on to the
moron. This is grasping at straws. No wonder the Democrats want to get rid of him. Come on, man. Yeah, it's never hit. Yeah, it's like this catchphrase that the idiot friend of yours would always use. Like, no, that's not a thing. No, man, come on, man. It's totally my thing. Not good. It's not hitting well.
To the Trump agenda, which he should if he's running with Trump.
Mr. Trump has said he's giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Basically, the idea of engaging in another debate.
We're going to have another debate.
Yeah, you're going to have one in September that's on the books. Would you be open to doing one in the next few weeks?
I'm going to debate him when we agreed to debate, and I'm going to debate him in September.
Oh, September.
But if the opportunity came up to do one between now and then, is there a sense of wanting to get back on the horse?
I'm on the horse. Where have you been? I've done 22 major events.
Good to see you, Fred.
With thousands of people, overwhelming crowds, a lot happening. I'm on the horse. What I'm doing is going out and demonstrating to the American people that I'm commandable.
Sons, get off the horse. your son Biden, he's on the horse too. You need to stop doing that. It's bad for you. It messes with your mental acuity.
All my faculties that I don't need notes, I don't need teleprompter. I can go out and answer any questions at all. And I stood there
Yeah, I know you
when
can.
NATO was in town. I stood there for an hour and answered questions.
You stood there for an hour and answered questions to pre-prepped questions and that you had the answers to. But yet you can't answer simple questions whenever a reporter asks you a question. Damn. Oh. Yeah, yelling at your best friend that's trying to fit in. Stop it. You're going to ruin everything for us. They got the green. Act normal.
If you were to continue to run and be officially nominated, what happens if you have another episode like we saw during the?
Well, and somebody asked me about this last week. They said, "Is there a possibility that they failed to nominate Biden?" Yes, there is absolutely that possibility. They could get to the Democrat National Convention and decide to nominate someone else. They could absolutely say, although he has this, we don't think that he's mentally competent for this, and they could go completely against him. The state of Florida, state of Georgia, the state of, New Hampshire, Delaware, all of the states could throw their delegates and say, we are not going with you. We are going to go with a different delegate. Because those are the people that represent their cities, their towns, their little states. And they could absolutely deny him the presidency. Do you think it'll happen? Hey, anything could happen. Could be, but who else are they going to put up there? I mean, somebody else is going to have to go against him. And if they go against him, that means that if he does win, that there's that possibility that he's going to blackball him.
Debate.
What happens if another?
Yeah, what happens if you have another performance on that on that level?
I don't plan on having another performance on that level.
All right. Mr. President, it's always good to talk to you, good to see you. Thank you for making some time for us.
Sometimes come and talk to me about what we should be talking about.
All right.
Okay, the issues.
Always happy to talk.
Wow.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
Wow. Even Lester Holt had a hard time with that interview. Oh, man. I feel for him. Oh, brother. That has just got to be a kick in the absolute gonads. I'm sorry, folks. This is not looking good. Yeah. Who they will, but who will it be? I don't know. I mean, they could choose if the DNC goes into a fight, it hurts every local race. Yeah. Yeah. But they may also go, the presidency, we're going to lose the presidency. We need to get somebody in there quick. Problem is they don't have anybody that tells you a lot about the Democrat Party. If they can't even get anyone better than Biden in there, what does that tell you about the Democrat Party? That they don't have anybody that can fill any sort of leadership role? What are they going to do? Throw Cory Booker in there? Oh, because she's a black man, you guys got to love him. No, they want people that are competent. And they don't have that. They don't have Wow, he treated him like a demented old person. Kindness and topic switching. Yeah. Just to get it's like that had to be the most painful interview for him to do. Newsom would be best to hide because they bring out the stuff about Newsom and all the crappy stuff that he said and done. Oh, no, 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 no. That's going to be bad. That's going to be really bad if they try to put Newsom in there. Ooh. There's a reason why Kamala was not even polling very well. Why she got dominated by Tulsi Gabbard. Like, she got called out on all her lies. Imagine Kamala or whatever her name is, Camel Toe. They don't have a whole lot of love for her. None at all. None at all. And it's only going to get worse. Only going to get worse. As time goes on, it's going to get easier. Just saying. Well, it is getting late. You ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening. I was going to jump over and hang out with MG for a while, but I've got a stream in the morning and I need to get myself sleep. I've got a couple of video edits that I need to be doing. I'm going to send you guys over to go check out Gutter Girl. And, just know that MG is going to be showing up later tonight, but go check out Gutter Girl. Give her a little bit of love. Say hi. It's a crazy thing. Tomorrow I will probably do another stream in the evening, but most definitely I will have a morning stream that's going to be a little bit more laid back, probably go over whatever garbage is happening in the world today. Because that's what I do. That's what I do in my mornings. My mornings is hanging out with my peeps, getting them waking up, giving them some little bit of coffee, showing them a little bit of love, making it. Can I raid Good Logic? I can see if I could raid Good Logic. Let me give that a try. Let's see. Let's try if Good Logic is happening. Well, it looks like Megan is on Storm Runner. What do we got going on? Doesn't look like Good Logic is. Let me see. Good. Let me try something here real quick. Give me just a second. I'm going to do a refresh here. That usually will give me who is streaming. I've got Megan. Well, the expert he's doing a coin pusher tonight. If you guys want to go see some coin pusher. Let's see. We've got yeah. Well, he hasn't even started. I mean, I can push you over there, but he hasn't started. How about I do this? I send you guys over to go see the Megan Fox. She is hanging out with the Tug, and you guys go give her some love. Go show her how much you care. She's good people. And I will see you guys very soon. I'll probably jump in over there for a couple of minutes and throw a little bit of shade on them. Got to show them what a dark man. Morning, peace.